Yeah, so we have different access modifiers in Java like private, public, protected, and there is something called default. Okay, so if you don't specify any keyword before a function definition or variable name when you are declaring, it is said to be default access modifier. Okay, coming to private means generally we use private for data members, okay, or member variables, and public is used mostly for methods. Okay, of course we can make a class also public. Coming to the topic now, what we are talking about is protected. So what is protected access modifier? So what is private? Actually private is accessible, it is accessible within the class. So coming to public, accessible to all the classes. Okay, coming to protected, accessible to the current class and to its derived classes, okay. So let us see this, guys, what is protected and how do we use it. Okay, suppose we have a class called something like numbers. In this class called numbers, we have two data members like a and b, and I initialize those two with the a constructor or default constructor. So we have taken a constructor called numbers, and in this default constructor we are initializing like a value 10 and b value 20. Okay, so we have two data members which I initialize with the help of default constructor. So it's done. So now what I want to do is I have a class called sum, in which we are trying to get the values of a and b from the class called numbers. So what I did, whenever I say I want to inherit, I can use extends numbers. So the sum class extends numbers. So obviously this class is inherited to this sum class, and I'm expecting this AB to be available in my child class. But since the access modifier is private here, I cannot access AB in a class called sum. So in that case, there are two solutions, guys. One is you can give public also here. Public means you can do that. But so whenever I'm trying to write a constructor here called sum, and I have taken a variable or data member called private integer result. Okay. So what I'm writing here, result is equal to a plus b. So in this way, I'm trying to access AB into my result variable. I want to add it. Is it possible to add AB values into result? No, because they are of which type? Private type. So if private variables are there, those are not at all accessible any other class, maybe child class or other class also we can't access. If you make them public, so this works fine, guys. There is no issue. But the problem with public is those are available not only to some class but also to other classes. So there is no security when we go to public. So that's the problem. Private means we can't accessible to other classes. So can we have something in between private and public? Like it should not be accessible to other classes, and it should be accessible to the current class. I mean parent and child classes only. Do we have such facility? Yes. In this scenario, we have to make it as protected. So when you make these members as protected, these AB are available to child class called sum. There is no issue here. There is no error. And these are not available to other classes. Like I have another class called product, which is not inherited from numbers class. Then this AB are not available because protected members are accessible to the current class and to its derived classes, but not to other classes. Okay, but not to other classes. This is the point we need to remember. Okay, let's do it practically, guys. Let's switch to Eclipse, create a new project, go to file, new project, Java project. I said wins of 96, click on finish. So right click on the project, new class, package name I'm giving as com.prakash, and here my app, or you can give app as well. We need main method. Okay, the class is ready. So now what are we doing here? Protected keyword demo. How to use protected access modifier. Okay, so class numbers, I'm taking a class called numbers, in which I'm taking private members as integer num1 num2, or you can say a and b, guys, it's your wish. And then I'm taking a constructor numbers. Here I'm initializing num1 equal to 100 and num2 equal to 200. Okay, yeah, and here I have a method called uh, yeah, let's leave the method. I'm not taking any method to display. If you want to give what you call void display sys out. So what are we displaying? Num1 and num2 together. Num1 equal to plus num1. Same way I'm printing num2 as well. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to child class. I'm creating a class called sum, which extends a numbers class. So the numbers class is available to some class. So here what I'm taking is private integer result. I'm taking a data member called result. So here again I'm creating a constructor in which we are trying to calculate the sum of num1 num2 inside this num1 plus num2. I'm storing in result. See guys, I'm getting error. So why I'm getting error? Because num1 num2 are of which type? Private type. See guys, the field numbers dot num1 is not visible. You can see the suggestions change visibility of num1 to protected. Then it is false. That is the suggestion given by Eclipse. Okay, and here I'm writing a void display result, like that. I have taken a method, guys. Okay, so sys out result I'm printing. Result means sum. Sum is plus result. Okay, fine. So now how to solve this problem? Of course, we can make it as public, but the problem with public is if you make the member variables as public, these members not only visible or available to some class, but also to other classes, which is not safe, which is not protected. That is why I am making them as protected. So when you make them as protected, these are useful, I mean accessible to numbers class as well as to some class, but not to other classes. Okay. So now what are we doing? Creating object of sum class only. Sum yes is equal to new sum. Okay. And here what I'm saying, yes dot, I can call display from parent class and display result from child class. So both are possible. So I can print AB num1 num2 values 100 and 200, and 300 will also be displayed with the display result method. See guys, you will see both the messages on the screen. So num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to 100 is coming from display method, and sum is 300 is coming from display result method. So this is coming from you know, coming from numbers class, and this is coming from sum class. Okay, yeah, this is called as the way to use protected access modifier in Java. Okay,